We wish you a bright new day, O radiant ones. We are the sprites of information, and today we come to you with a yellow energy. The energy of transformation. The energy of change, of variety. Now, many of your science have pondered for a long time, where does energy come from? How did it get there? And we shall tell you. For in the totality, all is balanced. All adds up to zero. One thing cancels another. So in totality there is no energy. But there is energy in differentiation. There is only one void. There cannot be another. The void is empty of everything. If there was another different void, it would have to be empty of something else, which is impossible. So there is only one. And the oneness of the void is the original dichotomy from which everything else, all your dual nature, your bipolarity comes from. For there is the void and there is the one, two natures. And all you know as existence exists between those two natures. They are two poles, two extremes, in which the entire spectrum of reality exists between them. Now that uniqueness, that oneness of the void is in everything, for everything that you are is an expression of the one void. And every part is unique. There is nothing exactly the same. Yes, you have similarities. You have things that are almost the same. For if there were two things in the same place at the same time, and being the same in all other dimensions, there would be no way to tell them apart. They would look like one thing. So everything is different, for everything is unique. Similar things must exist in different places, different times, have different dimensions that vary. So out of this uniqueness comes difference. And in the information field there is no resistance, there is no momentum, there is no friction. For the information field just is. It is a field of variation. But when you, dear radiant particles, perceive one part of the information field and symbolize it as the reality before you, then it has to change. It cannot stay the same because nothing can be the same. And you perceive this as change. It is just variation across a single dimension of time. A dimension you brave, courageous, radiant particles have chosen to explore. It is not necessary to explore it. You chose to. And there are some beings who do not explore time. But in your perception of time, as you see one moment, one piece of information, it must change. And you see that change symbolized as energy, as transformation in your experience. And you ask, where does this energy come from? It is not energy, it is just another part of the information field. Your consciousness cannot stay in the same place. It must move on to another place. For everything is unique. Each moment is unique. And when you move on to another place in the information field and perceive a different reality before you, you see it as if energy had happened. But it has not. All is now. Everything exists in the information field. All information exists as it is in this moment, complete, entire, infinite possibilities, infinite variations. And within those infinite possibilities, there are always sequences of variations, and in your perception of time you explore these sequences, and you see things changing sequentially from one thing to another, transforming. The yellow energy, the energy of the sun that you perceive as giving life and energy to you. But it is just information. For without information, there is no thing. There is no thing you can experience without information. For everything you experience is but a symbol, a projection, an interpretation of the information field. You are just exploring different places within it. Now this leads up to the great transformation that you are experiencing in the process of witnessing. It is a magical thing. And in that magic, great wonders lie. As you approach it, you will begin to understand the nature of transformation, the nature of energy. You will realize the dream that you have thought of as free energy, for all energy ultimately is free. It is just the nature of variation that is. And in realizing that if you create deliberately a stasis, it must change. That is free energy. And that change must be cyclic, for all change is a part of a cycle. And in cycling there is a resonance. And in the resonance there is harmony. And when you resonate the right things in the right way, you will see energy blossoming forth, free, unbounded. And you will wonder why you have spent so many thousands of years struggling to get energy, striving, suffering. You will wonder why you did it. And that free energy will just be a part of the pathway to your transformation. Now, the Sprite energy in main is violet. It is the spiritual realm as you perceive. And your nature is spirit. And all you perceive is an expression of spirit. So as you have evolved, as your consciousness has explored the different levels of yourself at the base, the physical realm in red, you have explored what it means to have a physical nature. And you have explored how it is that you can change, transform that nature, and experience through your senses that nature. This is the vital realm, the realm of the yellow light. And you have further explored thought and structure. You have structured your society. You have created understanding. Yes, you have created it. Understanding does not exist, for information just is. And in your exploration of the relationship between different types of information, you have generated within yourselves understanding. And now you are progressing into the blue realm, the realm of fluid resonance, like the great seas, the waves upon your oceans. And in that you will be finding harmony, which you experience as love, and love will blossom more and more in your society, transforming it into a harmonious whole. As the final step before the transformation into spirit, the violet realm. And in spirit, you transform to the higher dimension of your higher self. But in that violet realm, because you are the violet energy, you are experiencing the violet energy. Those that have gone within and sought the source of themselves have sought the witness that is experiencing this reality you experience. It is violet going into violet. Hence you do not see the boundaries. You are used to boundaries. So when you enter this realm of change from the one nature to the other nature, in the middle here, as you enter that, you are violet within violet. You see no boundaries. Your signposts disappear. You do not know where you are going. It is like entering a mist. And as this is a reflection of that, as you attempt to pass through the boundary, what appears to be you going in one direction becomes you coming, and you become confused and cannot find your way through. For there is only one way through, and that is to hold on to the truth. But the truth exists in all. It is the only one constant, the only one unchanging thing, the centre of the great wheel of change, the unmoving axle about which all else rotates. And if you hang on to that one truth, which is simply the knowing that there is only one void, if you cling to that and follow it to its source, there is no more confusion. That is your signpost. But to find that signpost, you must let go of all your other signposts, for they only confuse you. You must let go of all your attachments, all your preconceptions, all your assumptions, all your beliefs, and hold on to just the one signpost. Hang on to it, and it will take you there. It will take you through the realms of confusion, take you through the mist, and you will transform and ascend. So in your blossoming love you find in your society, which will increase profoundly, greatly, joyously. You come closer to that boundary as a society. Individuals have found it before. Now, as a society, as a collective, as one family, one consciousness, you will approach that boundary in love. But even love must be let go of. Love as you experience it now. Even that has to be let go of in the final transformation, for beyond love is something higher, a form of love you cannot yet imagine, so harmonious, so exquisitely beautiful, so divine. Beyond your current imagination, while you still cling to your old signposts, your old attachments and your old beliefs. But as you approach that boundary, their importance will fade before you. They will cease to be important as you begin to perceive the extent of what lies before you. The beauty and the wonder of what lies before you. As you come close to that boundary, it will become clearer. So we urge you to explore the truth of the one void, to make it real within yourself. For it will be an adamantine root that creates integrity and immutability within you. For all that changes must have some part that does not change. Wherever there is difference, there is similarity. And the one void is that similarity that pertains to all. The one thing everyone has been talking about, but never actually mentioning. And we look upon the great joy that is coming in your perception of time. We see it now, for we see the information field as it is, and we see the transformation as having happened. We see your joy, and we see your courage that has taken you to this point, this moment of transformation. And we applaud you, and we return your blessings that you bless us with. We return your love, your profound dedication, and we say, greetings, O radiant particles. Take off your masks, let your light shine, be whole, be one.